this is our review of the Titan leaf blower. The full details of it will be in the description. Have a look. We have found this thing to be absolutely brilliant, but the starting of this can be a little bit confusing, so I'm just going to run through that with you quickly so that you can see what you need to do. It comes with this very handy bottle for putting your fuel mixture. So you put in your petrol and your two-stroke oil, and you've got some lines on here. So you've got a line there which says 40, and then there's one here for your oil. And all you do is you fill up to there with your petrol, up to there with your oil, mix it together, in she goes. Using the dirtiest petrol can you've ever seen in your life. Hopefully there's enough petrol. There we go. You don't have to be mega pedantic about it, but there's the line there. And it's just two-stroke oil. You get it from any garage, or you'll be able to buy it in most garden centres, all sorts. So there you go, so that's what it looks like. Now we'll just tip them in together and give it a mix up. Just looking for it all to be the same colour. Right, so I'm just tipping it all out, so it's all now in here. And then we can fill it up. This fits in nicely, snugly in there. You're not tipping it all over the place. There you are, clean, perfect amount. And this is cold, and it's a really cold day today as well, so this shows just how easy this thing starts, as long as you do it correctly. So the first thing is you need to make sure that this lever is horizontal like that. Then we put the choke here, flip it around so it's up, and we give this 4 or 5 squeezes just to make sure it's full of fuel. You can see it's full of fuel. Don't worry about the air bubble at the top, because it'll always be like that on these sorts of engines. And then we give it 4 pulls, 4 or 5 pulls. Okay, just like that. You're not expecting it to start like this. You then need to flip this round, and you'll hear it will sound different, and then a few pulls and she'll go. So this is our review of the Titan TTBPP 52 two-stroke leaf blower, which you already know because I'm sure you're probably looking for it, and that's why you're here. Yeah, I've had this machine for a little while. I got this because I've got a reasonable sized garden and an unbelievable amount of trees around us. So we tried using one of these little electric ones, and it was just rubbish. Couldn't get the leaves out of the grass, couldn't get the sticky leaves up from the tarmac. It was really annoying. So went on to Screwfix, had a look at their various different options, and chose this one because it had a backpack, which meant there was a bit of a stronger motor. And yeah, just looking around at the different options, this one looked like it was good value for money. I've got quite a few bits of Titan equipment, and they've always been good. Apart from one thing, I had a jointer that wasn't so good, but apart from that, everything's been really good. So as you can see here, there's quite a few leaves on this road. There's a lot more there than you think, and you're going to see that once we're going. So these leaves, they're all quite stuck in the grass, and you can see here that this machine's getting these out absolutely no problem. All these ones that are stuck down in the side and stuck down onto the road. There's more stuck down on the road that you're going to see shortly. All these underneath the trees and everywhere. Just a nightmare to get out if you don't have a machine that's powerful enough. And that's, as I said, this is what's drawn me to this, because this machine really can get the leaves moving, especially when you've got loads and they get stuck in the grass, which absolutely bugs the living daylights out of me. And another side thing that I've noticed that this machine's been able to do is it's been able to get all the little acorns and the sticks and all that sort of stuff out of the grass as well. So that's something else that's been really annoying me, is that we've got fir trees all around our place, and the fir cones just get stuck in the grass, and when you're out there in your bare feet in the summer, you walk on them and they're nearly as bad as walking on Lego. They're unreal. So you can see already the leaves are starting to pile up here, but absolutely no problem getting them out from underneath, all around the fence and that. No problems at all. And there's a few different techniques that I find work well, like to get these up off the road here, just get them down a bit. You see, it's absolutely no problem getting this stuff moved. Really cool. You see those raw, you can see that those leaves have all been really mashed into the tarmac there by cars driving over them, and that's absolutely. Of course, one thing that is annoying about leaf blowing is when the wind picks up and starts blowing them all back over what you've just cleared up. That is annoying. But one thing I have found is that if you try and keep the leaves fairly low to the ground rather than blowing them all up in the air, that really helps on slightly windy days. So just to give another perspective, now you can see that there really is quite a pile of leaves that are starting to build up there.
When you're starting to get leaves up like this is where you see where the volume of air being moved is so critical. I can't remember what it is on this, but I'll put the specs in the description below. But again, when I was looking around at the different leaf blower options, the volume of air that this machine was able to move was really, really good for the price point. In comparison to a lot of them, which were just rubbish, just really small nozzles that just didn't push out much air at all. They rely on pure speed, just having a lot of speed through a small nozzle, but then you're hardly blowing any leaves around. And when you get to piles like this, they're just rubbish, so no good. You need to have volume and speed. There's a little tip there. You can see that I'm pushing from the top and then slowly working my way back down. That works really well. So I'm just doing a bit at a time. If you try and just bulldoze the pile all into itself, it doesn't work very well. You just slow yourself down. Just trying to get these all back into a solid pile now, ready for picking up. There we are, just taking a bit at a time. You can see that's just getting them all piled up nicely. You wouldn't believe there were that many leaves on the road when you just saw it at the beginning. It's quite incredible. Sorting out a little bit for my next door neighbours. As I'm there doing it, may as well do it for them as well. moving on to the next part of the road now. You have to watch out when you're going over stones, because the blower will happily blow the stones out all over the road as well, so you just need to leave it just idling, and that'll get it all sorted out. This bit's quite annoying because the leaves get stuck in the little bushes. If you were trying to take those out by hand, it'd be an absolute flipping nightmare. So this is quite a good way of picking the leaves up, just with 2 rakes. This means you can fill that wheelbarrow up in absolutely no time. Saves you having to bend down as well. Just makes life so much easier. You see how clean that's all starting to look now? Give them all a squish down. So you can get more in there just to save time. Unfortunately, the leaf blower doesn't stop you needing to do this bit, which is a bit of a bummer. It takes nearly as long just to pick the things up as it does to blow them into a pile. A couple that I dropped. Just get those last little bits all cleaned up. Stick them in back by the fence. Give the worm something to eat. Birds something to scratch around in. And that's all good. So overall, if you're thinking about getting a leaf blower, I would highly recommend this machine. I have absolutely no problems with it starting, no problems with it running. It has a good bit of power, and there you go. You can see the before leaves all over the place, really stuck down, wedged into the tarmac, and now nice and clean and tidy. Much better. So definitely worth considering this. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.